Hey, what's up YouTube? This is FTV here, and today I'm back with another Photoshop tutorial. And in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can create this um, logo that you see in my profile picture. It's kind of a wood and FTV is written on it. So I'm going to show you how to create it. So first thing what you want to do is go over to Google Images and search for wood textures, and just click on images for wood textures, and you want to scroll down and you find a nice one. For example, I use this one, not just wood, and from photoshopstar.com, and I just clicked on it and I saved the image. Alright, so save the image right here, and what I'll do is I'll import it into Photoshop. And yes, it is Photoshop CS5, and I did a tutorial, and not actually tutorial, video, and it's kind of an unboxing that I opened my Photoshop for the first time. So be sure to check that out. Alright, so getting back to work, we have this nice looking thing here, but the problem with this is it's not a square, it's a rectangle. And if you do all your decorations here and then upload it to YouTube as a profile picture, what you'll see is the picture comes till here, and above is black. So what we want to do is make this picture a square, and so that YouTube can easily upload, you can actually upload it easily to YouTube. So what you want to do is, first of all, select this. I'm using this for the first time, so it may take some. Alright, so we select this background layer and we double click on it to make it into a layer, and we name it BG, and that way we just turned the picture into a layer. And what we'll do is select that layer and we'll go to image and canvas size, and we change that to pixels, and we see that it's 500 by 400. If you untick this relative box, we can separately resize the canvas. So what we'll do is change that from 500 into 500. So that makes it a square, and we click on OK. Now you see that you have this transparent thing here which you want to cover. So what you want to do is select this, hit Control or Command T. Command T if you're in a Mac, Control T if you're in Windows. And what that does is it brings these resizing tools here. So what I'll do is grab one of the corner ones, not these because they disturb the aspect ratio. I'm gonna select some light corner ones, and I'm gonna click and drag, and holding down shift, if I do it, I won't even disturb the aspect ratio. So I'm gonna hold on shift and resize it till around here, and then I'm going to move it up here, and it's still a bit short, so I'm holding down shift and move it here. And just for some advice, I like this arc thing here, and I think it's I don't know what it is actually, so I like to put them in here, but you can edit or omit them, it doesn't really matter. So once you're done, you want to click this button here and the selection tool, and it's going to ask you to apply a transformation. Click on apply, and that way you've just created a nice looking square. Alright, so moving forward, we're going to select the text tool, and what I'll do is for this example, first of all I'm going to create a new layer. Actually, forget the layer, or we create the layer, and we're going to put it here. And for this example, I'm just going to type in FTV and increase the size to around 200, and I'm going to change the font to, you can change any font you want, but I like the Space Age, and actually I did use the Space Age in the original logo. So I'm gonna move it here, and maybe need to size it down a bit, so we go with 175 maybe. Yep, perfect. And move it to the center here. Right, so that's it. And what we're gonna do is change the color to not black, actually something grayish. So we select this text tool and click on this black box, and it's actually color. So we move it a bit up so that it's a bit grayish here, and the reason we're doing that is because we want to add some bevel effect to it. So what I'll do is I'll double click on this layer, and that brings up the blending options, or you can just right click on the layer and click on blending options. and that way you reach there. And then what I do is go over to bevel and emboss, and you can change the bevel style to inner bevel or an outer bevel or even an emboss. I used outer bevel, and actually in my logo I used black font, but I'm suggesting you this because it looks much better. And from the technique, you have to choose chisel hard and decrease the depth and the size a bit. Looks like that. And we change that to inner bevel. Yep. And like this. And then what I did was added a drop shadow and increased the distance a bit and the spread a bit and the size to maybe around here. And one more thing I did here was I took the contour and I changed the direction from up to down, and also I changed the angle to 90 degrees, and that way it creates something even greater. And that's why I used an outer bevel, I think. Outer bevel or an emboss? Yeah, I used an emboss, and adjusted it a bit, just like that. It's a little hard maybe. And maybe I just use smooth. Alright, so that looks good. And what I'll do is actually I'll change the color back to black because that looks better. Alright, so that's it. That's how I created it. And now comes the fun part. What you can do is you can tint this from brown to like blue, red, whichever color you want. So what you want to do is select this background layer, create a new layer, and you want to select this layer and hide all others, so you can just see this layer. And then what you want to do is select this gradient tool and click on this, and you want to choose one color. Now what you can do is you can choose one color, so I'll just copy the colors. You see. So let's say I want to make it like blue, so I'll go over to blue, maybe on here, and note down 210, 51, and 100, and I'll go here 210, 51, and 100, and that way I've just created this exactly same color. And click on OK and drag it from the top to the bottom like that, and that makes it blue. And then I'm going to make the background layer again visible, and I'll change the transfer mode to like screen, or what did I use? I think I used an overlay. No, I actually used hue, but you see that you can create a lighter looking wood effect here. For example, if you hide this, it's much darker and to the red side, and if you create a new layer, change it to blue and change the transfer mode to overlay, it kind of becomes lighter. But what you want to do is change the color, so you want to change the transfer mode to hue, like here, and that way you just change it to blue. You can decrease or increase the blue and make the text visible again. Now this doesn't look really good, so I'm going to hide this one, and I'm going to change the transfer mode to overlay so that it looks much more subtle. And actually I had hide it because black doesn't look good on that color. So alright, so sorry, that's how you create it, like that. And you can even experiment with more. And yeah, this was just to get you started, just to kick off, and hope you make some new and interesting creations. And I'll be waiting for it. Please post it as a response. I'd love to see it. And yeah, that's it. That's all I want to show you. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. And thanks for watching.